the clandestine, intricate studio lighting. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? It is Thursday, thank goodness. Oh, another week almost packed away and done. Oh, yeah. Apparently, RTD, doing some rounds, claiming that he wishes he knew what's going on with Doctor Who and all that. And I'm like, weren't you the guy in charge of the show? Shouldn't you know this already? Shouldn't you? Talks are still ongoing. Really? Because talks have been going on a rather long time. It's like, sheesh, this isn't a nuclear arms summit. How long does it take to figure out that, well, here's what I think is happening based off what I've heard. And like I said, this could be wrong. This is speculation. Disney wants more control, is what I think it is. Especially after the two finales we got. TDs or rain. Like I said, I don't want to hurt the man because he did bring this show back in the first place. But the unnecessary, completely unneeded musical number. Oh, by the way, that's the first thing Doctor Who's been nominated for an Emmy for in 60-something years, and that is not something to be proud of. Yeah, we got, thank you very much, Raj, for reminding me. Yeah, we do got 9 and Rose back together on Big Finish. Plus we've got, 13 and Yaz, popping up on Big Finish as well. Not to mention a lot of the other great stuff Big Finish provides us. And, of course, everybody's excited because, of course, Alex Kingston's going to be on Strictly Come Butt Licking. And it's like, and? So? Like I said, it's not that I have anything against Alex Kingston. It's big. It's no big deal. Trust me, when you see who gets onto these dance shows anymore, it's incredible. Yeah, but he's going around saying, he doesn't really know what's going on. I'm like, shouldn't you be in those talks? I still agree with the fact, not only was the Billy Piper thing, at the end a Hail Mary, but it was a big finger to whoever takes over. Because he thinks whoever takes over is going to have to explain this. But like I said, it's just amazing to me how many people are running around, taking this as, see, look, the show's coming back. It's going to come off. It's going to come back. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Raj. That's right. Yeah, Joe Martin, Fugitive Doctor is going to be, getting their own spinoff on Big Finish as well. So, yeah, he's doing the rounds. He's blowing smoke up people's ass. He's, once again, all aboard the hope train. Yeah, it's the false hope train. Folks, they should have had something by now. And it's sad, like I said, we got a bunch of people out there running around in this community telling people, well, they're not going to announce a decision until after war between the land and the sea. But really? Okay. It is. It's no sign of Thomas. It had something to do with. Oh gosh, it makes me want to tell the the little engine that could story from Major Payne. That's right. Toot toot. But Charlie wired up the bridge. Okay. Yeah, look up that clip on YouTube if you Major Payne, Payne, the little engine that could. You'll get a good laugh out of it. Exactly. They should have. Well, what happened was there was a deal where they got the first 2 seasons, and then a decision was going to be made. That's why I didn't hear anything about after season 1. But you're right. You should have. If it was that good, if it was that damn good, I have to agree with you. Yeah, you should have heard something after season 1. But here's the other big problem. Like I said, look at shows like Fallout. Season 1 aired, and before they were even done with Season 1, boom, Series 2. Series 2 hasn't even aired. It's not going to air for another few months. Boom, Series 3 approved. And I honestly think that's what he thought he was going to get. And that's why he made all these promises. Because he's basically counting the chickens before they're hatched. Sadly, all the eggs were in one basket, and it went right off the cliff. Oh boy, did that shit go Humpty Dumpty or what? Oh man, it just... Yeah, you had pointless villains, pointless characters. Like I said, nothing against Yasmin Finney or anything like that, but the character of Rose Noble just seemed to be created just for this. Oh, look, we've got somebody there. Oh, look, we're controversial. Oh, look, I'm going to go sit at Union. Basically, I got a Nepo job, and all I have to do is sit here and play around with a computer all day. Oh, look, the enemy's attacking. Let me get my tablet. Oh. Yeah, if you're right, if it was BBC only, yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Doctor Who, since it came back, I know you guys do, but I'm saying folks out there, ever since it came back in 2005, it's been co-funded in one way or another. You know, see, it was through BBC America, and then what do you call it now? It's being done, of course, through Disney. Like I said, they should have packed their shit up with the Prime. Prime, they probably would have gotten a lot better deal out of. Prime's proven themselves to be reliable. Like I said, Ripper Street, for you folks who don't listen to this channel, go look that shit up. Went another like 3 seasons after the BBC shit came. They didn't want to pay for it. Sorry, I got to get new glasses. These things are... Okay. No, here's the thing. Yeah, a lot of people are going, it's the 21st century, where's my flying car? Look at how well people drive regular cars. And then tell me you want flying cars. I'm not kidding. At least I know with the car accident, it's going to be somewhere out on the road, hopefully. But if you have people flying cars and shit, you know what's going to happen. You're going to have your perverted Uncle Louie flying up over the neighborhood one day. He's going to look down, realize that somebody's wife is nude sunbathing in their backyard, and next thing you know, boom, he's flown into the side of a 767 while, tugging his Todger, and bam, 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 now you got a 767 to your house. And if you're lucky enough to survive, you're going to crawl out and stare right into the remains of some poor... I'm not even going to go into detail, okay? That's why I no longer look forward to flying cars. Or even worse yet, you're going to have some teenage youngster up there in his flying car, probably playing with his... No. Yeah, imagine what the skyways would be like, let alone, it's bad enough, you can't, you got to watch yourself on the road like crazy now. And now they're talking about cars that drive themselves. I'm like, yeah, well, here's the thing. If you're in a car that drives itself, let's say you get pulled over for some reason. Who's going to get the ticket if the car was speeding? Is Tesla going to get the ticket, whoever invented the damn thing, or are you? Well, I don't know, officer. I was sitting in the back seat. I was examining some pictures of Jenna Ortega. I had no how fast they were going. Oh, cool. I hope, yeah. I've never met Freema, like I said. It's... Oh, Toby Jones. I'd love to meet Toby Jones as well. But... Or imagine there's a car accident in a self-driving car. Who gets the blame? Like I said, does the company who made it get the blame, or do you? That's going to be some interesting twist of laws right there, especially traffic laws. Or what if that car runs somebody over? See, that's like I said, it's things like that make me weird out about technology, and I'm glad some technology we do not have. I'm a little bit phlegmy today. At least it feels like the humidity's come down a bit. Oh my God, it's been nasty humid the last couple of days. But as I said before, RTD is doing the rounds, and once again, he's being, vague and mysterious as to what's going on with the show. I hope that, in a way, like I said, I used to look forward to it as a kid. Remember back, well, for you folks who are old enough to remember this, yeah, they were saying everybody would have their own personal helicopter. I'm sitting there thinking, God damn, I'm glad I never had a helicopter. I'd have been arrested. Because I had a friend of mine in high school who's, let's say her hot sister didn't like tan lines. I'd be like, oh yeah. I hope I can fly this thing one-handed. Hang on. No. All right. Not only would I have been in trouble with the law, I'd probably taken out a flock of birds and God knows how many innocent people on the way down. Oh. uh, I have no idea if Bonnie Langford's appearing in the new spinoff or not. I haven't seen her in any of the clips. Like I said, that's another thing. It just kind of like Mel just showed up, and it's not like I had anything against Mel. Mel, they really did a good job with her, like I said. But come on, having her ride her scooter all the way into the unit headquarters, which means she would have had to have ridden it into the elevator, sat on it all the way up the elevator, and then rode it right up into there for what? Yeah, just imagine if you got imbeciles who are willing to crash airplanes, imagine what they do with a flying car. Yeah, she's sitting there on the scooter. Or would it be something like Country Roads, by John Denver? I don't know. It is. Oh, it's hard. Sounds like I'm farting the tune. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. It was just a stupid scene. Wow, guys, I think we made it through pretty much troll free today. I haven't really seen them. I kind of miss them now. Which I kind of didn't mind because they were driving my video views insane. Yeah, maybe she had it built by them same guys who built the turbo bikes or whatever from like Battlestar Galactica 1980. That was the only good thing I think that came out of Galactica 1980 was the flying bikes, the flying motorcycles. But well, Phil has been having a lot of trouble. Like I said, he's getting up there, and like I said, sadly, we're all reaching that age where we're going to watch our heroes, legends, and people close to us die. It's, sadly, it's a fact of life, and y'all got to accept it. And I don't want to end on a down note like that. Well, you're true. Yeah, that's true there. Yeah, Brigadier would definitely not allow kids in unit, let alone arming a wheelchair. Hooking submachine guns up to platform segways and wheelchairs. But oh well, I got to get going. I just looked at the time. I'm running way over. Please be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy your Thursdays. We'll catch you all hopefully tomorrow. Take care, everyone. And hopefully we'll be getting better news in the near future. I really hope we do.